This video is sponsored by Surfshark.
Right guys, welcome back to Chop's Garage. It's Saturday, got lots on today. We've got the track day tomorrow, so we need to give the Suzuki Swift a bit of a clean and sort out something that's been bothering me for ages, which is the fact that one of the exhaust pipes sticks out further than the other, so I've got to sort that out. Then give it a clean, just double check all the fluids, but it's been driving absolutely fine since that service. Back onto the Volvo, we have the wiring loom. The mystery wiring loom was in fact, as a lot of you said, the headlamp washers, and we can see that all the wires here that have been pulled out match all the wires here. I got this loom off of eBay for 50 quid. It's actually got the plastic washer pipes as well as the wiring. This plug does not want to come apart for love nor money, so what we're going to do is snip all these off and then use connectors to connect it all. And we've got Scotty in today who's going to do that for me, so that we can then fit the bumper, get it all lined up. We've got the new clip on, get the bumper all lined up ready for when Davey comes to spray. In terms of what we've got on, we've got the, while Scotty's doing that, we've got the brick in for backup today as well. We're going to clean up the Hyundai i10, get that ready for retail. But we also have a car that was delivered last night by Adrian, which is this 2015 Kia Rio. Now I saw this on Marketplace in Wales. I do pick up cars from Wales quite a lot. They're quite a bit cheaper. As long as it stacks up financially with delivery, they're worth buying. So this is a 2015 Kia Rio 2. I forget the mileage on it. It's not bad. I think it's around 50 or 60. 2015, as I said already, didn't I? Yeah, nice spec. You've got alloys, lower fog lights, everything's colour coded. But this is exactly how the car's coming. We've come in this morning. I've not even seen the car yet. Not touched it, and the guy has put tyre shine on it. He's cleaned the living bejesus out of it. It is absolutely mint. It really is. This is what you call retail ready. What a good seller. It's exactly as he described it to me. Adrian went to pick it up and I paid the balance when he picked it up. I haven't got the keys to show inside yet, so we'll do a walk around. There's only one fault I'm aware of with the vehicle, which is the driver's bolster is worn. I have found a seat for that. I could sell it as it is, but I'd rather fix it. It's just had an advisory free MOT. It's got a full service history, all fully stamped up. I've got to pop in and double check that, but I did get Adrian to check it at pick up. Its next service is due, I think, in April. It's the 1.2. It's the this is the low road tax. This should be a cracking little seller for me. I've never sold one before, but it's got everything going for it. It's in a nice neutral white. It's decent spec. It's low road tax, it's reasonable miles. This should be a nice little seller for me, and it is. It looks retail ready, although that said, we haven't driven it yet, so we'll go out for a drive in a bit and do a little review on that. But we'll just get organising the cars. I'm just moving the room around. We've parked up the little Vauxhall in the corner now. It's ready. We still have only got those two cars up for sale. I put the Vauxhall up a couple of days ago. I haven't done any inquiries on it yet, but I don't expect to, because it is a more expensive car and that's the way it goes. No bites at all on the little Peugeot, really. I do find this with the more expensive, newer cars, they are a lot slower sales. When I stick anything under 3k up and it's gone in a split second. The Kia Soul being the only exception to that, really. So it's a quiet month for sales for me, but that's because I've only really had one car up for sale. But yeah, this is what goes up for 4,795, which is low price on Auto Trader. I think Auto Trader wants it to be 5.2 something, 5.3. So this is 500 quid, well under 500 quid. It's I think it might be the miles, 75,000 miles for 2017. Doesn't matter if you adjusted the price or not. People would rather go maybe 2015, 2014 with 50,000 miles on. So I think that's just the way the market is. So it might be a bit of a sticker, that one.
But before we go any further, I must talk to you about today's sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark provides you with a virtual private network, a VPN. This VPN provides a secure internet connection that protects you and your data while online. One thing I love about Surfshark is, as well as keeping me safe online, it allows me to change the location of my IP address. Why is that a benefit, might you say? Well, this allows me to access content online that I might not be able to normally. For example, streaming services often allow you to watch films in one country that they don't allow you to watch in another. Let me show you this example. after I've been playing with cars all day, I like to sit back and watch a movie. So for example, if I look for one of the gangster movies that I enjoy, The Irishman, I can't access that in the UK. But a simple change of my IP address using my Surfshark account, if I scroll down here to the United States, for example, it will change my IP address to a United States IP address. If I now refresh the page with the same search, you'll find I can now access the movie. Now I can easily swap back to the UK by simply clicking on my Surfshark account there, scrolling down, and simply clicking back on the United Kingdom. It's as simple as that. Surfshark are offering Chops Garage subscribers a fantastic special offer of 83% off and 3 extra months free. To take advantage of this special offer, please use the link in the description down below and enter the promo code CHOPS. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Surfshark for being a continued sponsor of Chops Garage. But before I start kicking back watching movies, let's go and check out that Kia Rio I bought.
So we've got 2 keys to the Rio, which is a nice start. And they unlock the car. Bonus. Inside, it needs a better hoover. It's not a bad effort, but it's not up to my standards. But all the interior trim's good. Like I say, apart from that bolster there, now I did track down a seat, so I think I might swap the seat out. But the rest of it's in good nick. I haven't had one this year before, so it'll be interesting to see. Got all round electric windows, got electric mirrors. What other toys have we got? Oh, Bluetooth. Reset trip, so that's your computer. Aircon. CD radio with auxiliary USB input. So it's got all the basic toys that you'd want to have. It's not a poverty spec one by any stretch of the imagination. Gear lever's got a little bit of wear to it, gear knob. Might be nice to swap that out if it's an easy job. I'll get a bit over the top to know, I know. Let's have a look. Myself what the mileage is. 69,000 miles. So a little bit harder than I thought it was. Then I remembered it was, obviously it's what it was sold as, but I just thought, I had it in my head it was lower than that. What have we got in here? Have the logbook away. Right. Warranty and service record. Now this is, I was told this had a full service history, fully stamped. So let's have a little look. See if it's the first time that a consumer has actually given me a full service history. So first 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21. So we've got a full service history. This next one is needed in a couple of months' time, so I'll do that in advance. It's only giving me an oil filter. This is chain driven, isn't it? I think. We'll have a quick look underneath the engine bay. How many owners has it had? Let me have a quick look. It seems he's kept hold of the wrong part of the slip looking at it. He's filled in the one for transferring it to dealer, but left that with me. And not given the first part, so I'll need to double check that. I don't think it was a high owner anyway. Let's have a look under the engine bay. So the oil should be relatively clean on it, being as it's had that good service record. So this will be the 1.2 chain driven, won't it? Yeah, so that 1.2 chain driven. As a general rule, I'm going to jinx myself now, as a general rule, you don't tend to have problems with this engine. Yes, they get a little bit more tappety, they get sort of like hollow tappety noise top end wise, but that'll go on forever. They'll run forever in a day like that. And that is the genuine voice of experience. The oil is slightly overfilled, maybe a touch overfilled, but it's a good colour, ties in with the servicing records. It's all nice and clean, coolant levels where it should be. and it's, you know, it's honest clean here. There doesn't seem to be any oil leaks I can see. Gearbox housing is clear of oil, so no rear main seal leaks. Now this is going to come down to how the clutch is on this, isn't it, I think, looking at it so far. Now, people, as a general rule, again I'm going to jinx myself now, as a general rule, if selling the car to other members of the public, don't tend to sell stuff with big problems. They tend to do that with dealers. They've been off as a part exchange. Bodywork wise, going down the car, no dings, needs a clean behind the door handles, needs a proper polish there. So it's had a decent clean. It's not up to retail clean standards, but it's had a decent clean. There's no bodywork for me to do at all on this, guys. I haven't got to get the rattle cans out at all. The wheels are clean, very little marking on them. Again, they just need a minor clean up just to get it up to retail standards. I would have to hold off the test drive. I think someone's come to have a look at the Ford Focus part exchange, and then we'll go for a little test drive afterwards. So they were actually here for the Fabia. The Focus is doing my nutting. I've got a ton of messages on it. I put it up cheap. I think I put it up $11.95, something like that. I got a ton of messages on it, but then, oh my god, cheap cars do your head in. People messaging, oh, I don't need your life story and where you're getting your finances together to get the car on. Then it's like, I want to be there at 10 o'clock. Oh no, my sister can't be ready to pick me up. Someone else wants to view it. Oh, I can't be there till 4 o'clock. Well, it's a Saturday. I'm not going to be open at 4 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm going to be going home. Oh, but can I still have first refusal? Oh, it does my nut in. So no, just first come, first serve on it. Right, so back to the Kia. Yeah, let's say, what are we going to do next? Oh, we were going to drive it and check whether the clutch was okay or not, weren't we? Because that's what we thought was potentially going to be the problem. I'm just going to get a paper thing for the carpet. So they were short on that test drive because it's running like a bag of spanners, and I have absolutely no idea why. This one thing about it was, although the paintwork was bad, the engine was really good, but now it's misfiring and doesn't want to run smoothly. I tried to drive it up the road in first. It didn't want to go anywhere at all. It nearly died, which is really, really weird, because the one thing it did do, like I say, despite being ugly paint wise, was run like a dream. So we'll have to plug it in and see what's going on. So Scotty's been installed. I've been faffing around with that. He's done all the wiring on the Volvo, so we're going to check it all works now. Well, the car was down to fumes. I put a new can of fuel on it. It was still running lumpy, so I held the revs at about 4,000 revs for about 2 or 3 minutes. It cleared up. I went for a bomb around. It bombed around absolutely fine. So I know people talk about dirt being picked up from the bottom of the tank and people are dubious about it, but I wonder if that's just something as stupid as simple as that, because it runs absolutely fine now. Obviously the customer would have lost faith in that car now. I've messaged and let them know it was, because I just don't want them to think I was palming off something on someone that had trouble, because I told them I'd driven it around loads myself with it now being a problem, but it wasn't making me any money. I'm not overly fussed about losing it. I've still got messages on it anyway. Right, so engine starts on the button. Yeah, sounds exactly like those 1.2s. I recognise the sound of those 1.2s so much now. Let's get her into reverse. Oh, the people are coming back with the Fabia. That's good timing, isn't it? Right, we might have to take another take on this. The clutch is fine. It's about in midpoint, so there doesn't seem to be any problems there. We'll just take it for a longer run in a sec. We've even got a little bit of fuel, which is unusual now. So unexpectedly turned up all the way from Exeter to drive the Fabia about. So they had a good look round it. First time car for a lad who's quite happy tackling the paintwork himself. So took it for a test drive, and guess what happened? Same thing happened again. Car went into limp mode, wouldn't let them accelerate, was running lumpy. Had an engine management light on it, and they managed to nurse it back. Initially it drove fine. They drove off down the road, took it out fine, no problem at all. But yeah, threw it into limp mode. A little while later they had to limp it back. I've started it again. It starts fine. It's idling fine. There's no problem. There's no engine management light on the dashboard. So I don't know. It's It drove absolutely fine. When I was using this car as a daily for a few days, it drove absolutely fine. All we've done is left it sitting for probably a week or so. I don't know what the score is with it at all. And my code reader, I plugged it in, it's not pulling any stored codes off it at all, although I have got a very basic code reader. I'm going to have to take it down to the boys at South Molton at Moors, get them to plug it in and find out what's going on with it. I don't like letting people down like that. I don't like having come to look at a car. Obviously, I'd never let people take it out unless I knew it was good, and every time I used it, it was absolutely fine. So I don't know what it's having a hissy fit about. I don't know, maybe if a coil pack's breaking down. There was a bit of fuely smoke when I restarted it again. It smelt a bit fuely. So I don't know if a coil pack's breaking down or it's having an emissions brain fart or something like that. I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, very annoying. So I've spent all day faffing around with cheap cars that make me no money. The Ford Focus, someone came by to have a look at it. He'd been told beforehand any bits and bobs and done on it. He started it, ran it. He said, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that lumpiness is. He was a mechanic. I'm not entirely sure what that misfire lumpiness is. I need to go and check with a friend, which I think is an excuse for I'm not going to buy it because I can't make money out of it trying to fix it. Obviously, what you get at this price point is dealers coming along who think they can just do a quick flip on it, but they're going to need to put some money in to get it running right, to get the top whack for it. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with the Ford Focus. I need to run that really. And one of my friends suggested it could be the dual mass flywheel that's causing the lumpiness, but it doesn't seem to be affected when you dip the clutch in and out, so I don't know what's going on with that. So not a very successful Saturday getting rid of that cheapy stuff. For the first time ever, I might take a hit on a couple of cars and just bin them off and get them out of my life and let somebody else take on the trouble on them. There's a few dealers that I know that'll have them off me for, you know, peanuts money, and they'll do something with them, I'm not sure what. Which just irritates me because I know that's a good car. I've been driving that's a good car. I know that one's got a bit of a problem. Again, that could be used easily as a daily, and you know, cheaply enough. Someone can just run it as a daily and live with it, with whatever it is that's going on with it. That one's a good little car. Other than the paint, it's a good little car. Very frustrated. Oh, my track day was cancelled again. This time, Lee decided from Barham Engines not to go down, and I didn't really fancy going down on my own. So oh my dear, Brooks wash wasn't too great on that, was it? Down there. So yeah, that's been cancelled, but at least we've got a couple of cars ready for prep. Got the i10 ready and the Rio. We're going to have Brooks over there on TikTok, so we're going to call it a day and go home.
Just a quick reminder to get that special offer from Surfshark. Use the promo code CHOPS in the link in the description down below and get 83% off and 3 months extra free. Please do support those companies supporting Chops Garage. See you again soon.